before making a safe landing and flaring the canopy, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give him a big round of applause for the freefall group. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to bring your eyes to the sky, you will see our team leader, Sergeant Frank Millerick. He's been on the team for over a decade now. I like to refer to him as the Sky Ninja. Now, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, he is about 1,000 feet now. That flag, in fact, is 2,000 square foot big. Now, it only goes to show the outright professionalism of that man being able to pilot such a large flag under canopy. In fact, the flag is so large and heavy, it requires a tandem parachute to be able to fly it safely. As he progresses towards the DZ, making those turns, he's giving everyone a big wave. Let's wave back, ladies and gentlemen. He's just at a few hundred feet and can clearly see. Now he's going to make his final turn into wind before, in fact, detaching from that flag, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to have to cut away at the very last safe moment to ensure the safety of that piloting as he makes his way towards the DZ. As he now gets away, he's cut away that flag and he flares his canopy before making a safe and approaching the landing.
In the brand new aircraft, J-Pit, coming from the right hand side. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome Richard Goodwin. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, and welcome to the Royal Navy helicopter display team, the Black Cats. The team hasn't been here for 3 years, unfortunately. Last displayed in 2016 with a pair of Wildcats, but it's so good to be back here. There's been a bit of a delay in coming to back to Southport, owing to transition from one aircraft type to another. So the Wildcat you see in front of you now is a new aircraft. It's under 5 years been in service with the Royal Navy. But this is the aircraft that took over from the Lynx helicopter, which retired some 2.5 years ago. And of course the squadrons, the force, have had to train the aircraft, aircrew and engineers from one aircraft type to another. So this is a Wildcat maritime attack aircraft. It normally operates from the stern, from the back of frigates and destroyers. And if you just look at think about the worldwide ops it's been on this year, the Wildcat has been involved in operations in the Far East, in the Middle East, in the Mediterranean, in the Baltic, in the Atlantic, and of course the Caribbean. For many of you, you will have seen all the press recently about Hurricane Dorian and the effect and the devastation it's had on the Bahamas. The Royal Fleet Auxiliary ship Mount Bay is in the Bahamas as we speak, providing that key urgent support which they started just after Dorian had finished. And that is not only evacuating those who are injured from the islands into hospitals, but also providing water and food and some key medical supplies, especially to the more remote areas of the islands. So the crew today, in the right hand seat, a pilot, Lieutenant Chris Rebick, who's a qualified helicopter instructor, and in the left hand seat is the observer, that's Lieutenant Pilot Gav Renault, who's a senior observer of 825 Squadron. And his job, the observer, is a tactician type job, not only to navigate the aircraft, but also to operate the weapons and sensors. And Chris, as you can see now, is demonstrating, which I think is probably the only aircraft today to be displaying going backwards at some 60 miles an hour before turning over the shoulder and proceeding back out again. Your way. And here, putting up in front of you now, please welcome the Fireflies. Now, those of you were...
So our team leader then at the front of the formation there, Andy Evans, he calls up now blades 2 and 3, Kirsty Murphy and Mike Ling, into the box formation. Now look at how close they fly here. This is what the team specialise in, the close formation aerobatics. For the first manoeuvre there, the box loop. And the weather's really favourable today. We've got unlimited cloud base and the wind's quite good as well. We've got a bit of an off sea breeze, but it's not too strong. So they'll come up now, cameras at the ready. This is the first braking manoeuvre. This is Falling Angels. So, opposition pushovers and mirrored stall turns. Now then, get ready for this. The team are now coming directly towards us, and they're about to brake. This is the crossfire brake. And the aircraft's engine makes an absolutely beautiful noise when they rip past the crowd like that. And it's due to the three-bladed propeller that they use on the front of their 300 horsepower Lycoming six-cylinder engines. And as I mentioned earlier, this is the last time that we'll see the extra 300 flying this year, actually. We get the new aircraft, the Gamebird, next year. So now we've got blades 2 and 3, Mike and Kirsty, 350 miles an hour closing 50 in the middle of the pack, flying inverted, with Kirsty and Mike full rudder, still maintains straight level flight and even separation, and James the Nutter just barrel rolling around everyone. I know it's a manoeuvre that's not the most comfortable for Mike and Kirsty to fly on the wing there, and actually for Andy, who has to fly down the entire crowd line upside down. But it does make for some pretty spectacular photographs. And that reminds me, we've got an initiative this year. If you get some photographs, post them on social media, use the hashtag #FlyWithLingy. Mike Ling's got quite a large social media following. The rest of the team now coming over from the left, and this is a new manoeuvre that we've introduced this year. This is the revolver. Looks visually spectacular. So Andy there, he's got a gentle level left-hand bank with a slow aileron roll, and Mike and Kirsty barrel rolling around him. Not an easy manoeuvre to fly, and as I said, they practice about 3 or 4 times a day, 3 times a week.
Last night we saw this in the dark with his neon lights on the side and around 2,000 different detonations of fireworks on board, and just showing it looking fantastic against the sky there today. Piston powered engine, and it is very much used as a cost-effective platform generally for training and for agricultural pursuits such as spraying fields. Powered by a Lycoming 190 horsepower engine, slightly larger diameter main rotor, giving it a slightly better performance than the previous 269 model. First introduced in 1964, would you believe, and well over 2,500 of these aircraft have been made.
Display for 2019. Here we can see Dakota in formation with a Hurricane and the Spitfire giving a big wave as they come through for the first of the memorial passes. And there's that lovely formation of aircraft in front of us. This aircraft served with number 63 Squadron at Turnhouse. Our Dakota has 3 crew on board today. We have the pilot. As you can imagine, our small cadre of dedicated engineers is kept very busy looking after 5 different aircraft types and several different marks. for all this, I am very proud to bring these aircraft to you at air shows like this today. And as we see the Dakota banking off, bring your eyes crowd right and get ready to give the fighters a big wave as they come through for the last of the fighter passes. There's that beautiful sound of the Merlin and the Griffin engines of our Hurricane and Spitfire today.
Historical squadron. And just a little correction on there, nothing like these guys jumping in and out of each other's aircraft. It happens to me every weekend. In fact, an equally familiar gentleman is flying this aircraft today, Martin Tintin, of course, is giving you some background and education into these aircraft. As well as this aircraft and the MiG-15, they also have two flying it here today. Please welcome Colonel Ole Noren. Stellan Anderson in the Saab 37 Viggen. And actually making a fairly gentle Stellan, a long-standing and experience, giving you a low-speed pass now. Joined the Air Force in Sweden, not quite a tail chase, but a development of that. So please welcome from the right-hand side, the Strike Master pair. Now, just to demonstrate their connectivity back. An effective Soviet Union, Mexican and Brazilian squadrons fighting alongside the USAF, who also flew the P-47. First flew in May 1941.